Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to study a topic in biology known as adaptation. Adaptation is the ability of an organism to survive in its environment. So we are going to study this topic with questions and answers for a better understanding. The first question we have here says, the leaves of cactus plants are modified into spines to reduce A. Photosynthesis, B. Transpiration, C. Plasmolysis, D. Osmosis. In this question, the correct answer is B. Transpiration. The transpiration is a process whereby water is lost from plants. So this plant called cactus plant, the leaves of this plant look like spines, and the reason why the leaves are modified into spine is to reduce the rate of water loss so that organism can survive in its environment. The next question says, Doda plants obtain food by means of spatial absorbing structures called A. Hostoria, B. Mouth, C. Eye, D. Stem. In this question, the correct answer is A. Hostoria. This hostoria are structures that are used by this plant called Doda plant for obtaining nutrients from its environment. The next question says, the waggle dance of bees is a behavioral adaptation for A. Securing food, B. Fighting their predators, C. Mating purpose, D. Metamorphosis. In this question, the correct answer is A. Securing food. So bees are social organisms. They work together in everything they do. So when they start making a certain type of dance, is an adaptation of securing food, is a means through which they secure the food that they enjoy in their environment. The next question says, the ability of an organism to survive in its environment is best described as A. Irritability, B. Adaptation, C. Reproduction, D. Respiration. In this question, the correct answer is B. Adaptation. So we have already said that adaptation is the ability of an organism to survive in its environment. The next question says, the plants that live successfully in water are called A. Hydrophytes, B. Xerophytes, C. All of the above, D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Hydrophytes. So hydrophytes are those plants that are naturally found in water. They survive in water because they have special features that help them to live successfully in water. The next question says, which of the following is an adaptive feature in snake for defense? A. Venom, B. Hair, C. All of the above, D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Venom. So venom is a chemical that snake use to defend itself when it gets attacked in its environment. So if snake bites somebody, or if a predator wants to disturb snake, the snake will bite that predator and release this chemical called venom. So this chemical will deal with the predator, and through that the snake will be saved from the attack of the predator. So it's an adaptive feature for defense in snake. The next question says, the comb and wattle in cork are adaptive features for A. Securing mates, B. Feeding, C. All of the above, D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Securing mates. The comb and wattle are structures found in cork, and studies have shown that this cork uses this comb and wattle to attract the female chicken for mating purpose. So they are structural adaptation for securing mates in this organism called cork. The next question says, the presence of scales on the skin of reptiles dash water loose from their body. A. Increase water loose from their body. B. Reduce water loose from their body. C. All of the above. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is B. Reduce water loose from their body. Generally, reptiles possess scales on their skin, and scientists have discovered that these scales on the skin of many reptiles help them to reduce water loss from their body, help them to ensure that the water in their system, in their body system, are maintained there. The next question says, a condition in which a harmless organism resembles a harmful one so that its enemies will avoid it is called dash. A. Mimicry. B. Camouflage. C. Counter shading. D. Mating coloration. In this question, the correct answer is A. Mimicry. So this adaptation known as mimicry helps an organism to remain undetected by its enemies or predators. The next question says, the presence of dark color on the dorsal parts and savory white color on the ventral parts of tilapia fish to remain undetected by predators in and out of water is called dash. A. Counter shading. B. Mimicry. C. Camouflage. D. Mating coloration. In this question, the correct answer is A. Counter shading. Well, scientists have studied this fish called tilapia fish and discovered that this fish has dark color on the dorsal parts, and the ventral part it has a savory white color. What these colors are helping the fish is that as the fish stay in the water, the enemies inside the water, when they want to attack the fish, they will look up. So when they look up, the water will appear savory white, so they can't detect the fish easily. So the enemies or the predators outside the water, when they look into the water to trace the fish, the water, the dark color of that dorsal part will now blend with the dark color of the water if the predator is looking, or if the predator is outside the water looking into the water. So this special feature ensures that this tilapia fish remains undetected by its enemies, and that's how it's one of the ways it survives in its environment. The next question says, lying in ambush by praying mantis is an adaptation for dash. A. Securing mates. B. Catching prey. C. Defense. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is B. Catching prey. So there is an organism called praying mantis. Studies have shown that this organism usually lie in ambush if it wants to catch prey for feeding. The next question says, in organisms, hibernation is a behavioral adaptation for dash. A. Adverse weather condition. B. Securing mates. C. All of the above. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Adverse weather condition. So hibernation is a behavioral adaptation in organism for surviving adverse weather condition. The next question says, the case of bees responsible for laying eggs is dash: A. Drone, B. Worker, C. Queen, D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is C. Queen. So this queen is a case of bee that lays egg in that population. So if today is the first time you are joining this channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel so that you can watch other videos where we have treated other topics in biology. You can also drop comments so that we will attend to that.